Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Yaji here. Super excited to share this video with you because I'm going to be sharing with you some of the products that I use in my vegetable garden to help with pest management and also to feed my plants in an organic way. So if you would like to see what products I have to share, I think there are 7 of them, then stay tuned. Now let's get started. I'm going to start with this one. This one is Slogo Plus, and it is meant to be used to control slugs and snails. That's how I use it. See, as soon as you put plants in the garden around spring, or you throw some seeds and they sprout and your garden is green again, guess what is coming to feed on those plants? Slugs and snails. They see these young, fresh green leaves as basically a salad bar, and they're coming out at night and eating these things. So if you've been struggling with slugs and snails in the garden, I'm going to highly recommend that you get this. There's so many different kinds, but I like to use this one. It's granular. So I just go around and sprinkle around the garden. I do that about once a week for maybe 3 to 4 weeks. And then it takes care of the slugs and the snails in the garden, and my plants can grow. So if you've been struggling with something coming out at night and eating your young plants, make sure you have one of these stocked. The second thing I'm going to talk about, neem oil. Neem oil is good for preventing like disease, powdery mildew, that kind of stuff. Neem oil, it prevents a bunch of stuff. I use it as a preventive measure. So every week, once a week, or maybe once in 2 weeks, I make a solution of the neem oil when my plants are already growing, and then I go around and just spray the leaves. Now you want to spray like early in the morning or late in the evening, not when the sun is out and hot, because it can burn your plants. And always make sure you follow the instructions on the label on how to dilute and how to apply the neem oil. But I'm going to highly recommend that you get neem oil. And another thing that you need to buy like right now and just keep is your BT for caterpillar control. As soon as you start seeing holes on your leaves, and then you cut the leaves and inspect and you see tiny caterpillars, armyworms, you have a situation of caterpillar infestation in your garden. And the sad thing is these caterpillars can just eat like an entire garden overnight. I have experienced it. So instead of waiting to buy when you see signs of caterpillar damage, I'm going to say just go ahead and buy the product right now and keep just in case. So what I'm going to recommend, BT, it is very effective against controlling armyworms in the garden. Again, it's organic. Follow the instructions on the labels on how to use the product. Very important. And this is insect killing soap. Like if you have aphids, you know, those tiny black things that you see underneath like your leaves. This helps with controlling that insect killing soap. And I just got a new product like very recently because I have a situation of root knot nematode in my garden. If you've been gardening for a little bit, you might start to see that you have root knot nematode problems in your garden. And how do you know? You pull out the roots, you look at the roots, and then you see all these like knots, like lesions almost. That means the nematode, which is a worm, it's a parasitic worm, has attacked your plants. It damages the roots. Your roots cannot absorb nutrients. Your plant dies. Sometimes you think, okay, I need to water. You water, nothing changes. You feed the plant, nothing changes. It just kind of like just dies. Chances are you have a situation of root knot nematode. Okra plants are very susceptible. Tomatoes, peppers, njama njama, amaranths. I've seen it with amaranths. I've seen it with spinach. I've seen it with the fluted pumpkin or ugu. So this is something that at some point you might struggle with. Even water leaves, they do struggle with this root knot nematode situation. So I found this product from Monterey. Is certified for organic use as well, and I'm going to be trying it out in the garden. Hopefully it helps. I will let you know if it works or not. I will do a separate review on this product. Now, to help me apply all of these products, because I bought like the concentrated version so I can dilute and then use, since I have a big garden, I do have this sprayer that I use. It's a really big sprayer. It helps me with, measurement and also with application. All of these products, they are also available in like ready to use spray bottles. Like you don't need to dilute anything. If you have a small garden, then you might want to buy the ready to use. But if you have a big garden and you want to save money, then buy the concentrated version. Get yourself a sprayer or a spray bottle and then learn how to do the dilutions yourself. That way you're saving money. But yeah, these are what I would consider some of the essential pesticides to just keep if you are serious about gardening. Now, let's talk about the fertilizers that I use. Now, when it comes to fertilization, my approach is to set up my soil. And I do use a lot of compost, a lot of manure. I take time to set up my soil so that my soil can feed my plants. But because I'm doing like backyard gardening and it's quite intensive and I'm growing too many different types of things, I still need to add plant food. I still need to feed my plants, at least initially. I need to feed my plants to make sure that they're all set up to produce for me. So these are some of the products that I use. I have like a water soluble liquid fertilizer here. And this one is Neptune's Harvest fertilizer with a 2-4-2 nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And the reason why I got this one with a higher phosphorus content is because I'm going to be growing like fruiting plants like tomatoes, okra, garden eggs, peppers, things that I'm growing for the fruit. They need the phosphorus to help with that. And I can also use it for my greens. So yeah, I got a whole jug of this. I'm going to be diluting this and using throughout the season. And then I got a whole big bag of a granular fertilizer. This one is 2-4-4. So again, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. 2-4-4, 2 nitrogen, 4 phosphorus, and 4 potassium. It's granular, so it's easy to apply. How I use this, I mix it with the soil before planting. So in my containers, in my raised bed, I'm going to just sprinkle some in, work that in before I plant. I'll put it in planting holes, like when I'm planting peppers, tomatoes, that kind of stuff. I'm going to dilute some in there. And then throughout the growing season, regularly, maybe, I don't know, once a month, I'm going to just go around and add that to the top of the soil and work that in. So that's how I plan to use the granular fertilizer. I got a big bag. This should last me the entire season. Another thing that I got is the Epsom salt. If you've watched that pepper video, you know Epsom salt for gardening, the one that's meant for agriculture use, is something that I use to grow my peppers. I use this when I'm setting up the soil to plant my peppers. Put about 2 to 3 tablespoons in the planting hole, mix that in, plant my peppers, and my peppers do spectacularly well. Sometimes I will make a solution of the Epsom salt with water, put in my sprayer bottle, spray the leaves, and I grow very healthy peppers that way. So yeah, guys, those are the products that I use in my backyard garden, and they help me to successfully grow vegetables. If this video was valuable to you, kindly help me give the video a thumbs up, share the video with somebody who might be struggling with gardening. They don't know what products they need to help them with gardening. And I hope I have earned your subscription. If you want to learn how to cultivate your green thumb, because gardening is a skill and you can cultivate that skill, and you want to grow a garden because when you grow a garden, you grow health, and make sure you are subscribed and you are a member of the YAJE'S Garden family. Until next time, bye bye.